So, there's this guy named Naoya Mukai, and he's dating his childhood friend Saki. But then another girl named Nagisa Minase confesses her love to him, and he turns her down. But guess what? Nagisa doesn't give up that easily. Naoya finds her super cute, so he decides to convince Saki to accept Nagisa as his second girlfriend. At first, Saki is like, "What? 2 girlfriends? Are you crazy?" But then she sees how cute Nagisa is and agrees to become friends with her. After some explaining and convincing, Naoya manages to get Saki to agree to date both of them. They all move in together because Naoya lives alone. On the first night, Saki is impressed with Nagisa's housewife skills, but she gets a little jealous of Nagisa's larger breasts. It gets a bit awkward when Naoya suggests having a threesome, but they all talk about it. Saki admits that their relationship isn't sexual yet, and Naoya decides to wait until they're all more comfortable with each other. But here's the surprising part. Saki seems a bit disappointed when Naoya says that. She denies it and calls him a pervert for even suggesting it. In the end, Naoya decides to take things slow and get to know each other better before doing anything intimate. It's definitely a unique situation they got going on. Naoya suggests they all sleep in the same room, and Nagisa moves closer to Naoya to talk, which makes Saki think they're doing something more intimate. So both girls decide to be close to Naoya and move into his futon. Later that night, Nagisa gets curious and starts snooping on Saki's phone to find out more about her. She discovers that Saki has been searching stuff about sex. Oops, Saki almost catches her, but Naoya takes the blame and gets punished. Nagisa then admits that while preparing her confession, she forgot to attend school. The next day, Naoya decides they should spend the whole day studying, but it turns out that Nagisa struggles with math. She tries to cheat by using the bathroom as an excuse, but still gets the answers wrong. At school, Saki insists that no one can know about their relationship, but Naoya notices that Nagisa doesn't have any friends. He wants to reveal their relationship to help her, but Saki stops him. Saki explains that she's worried people might think Naoya doesn't care about her anymore. However, when Nagisa suggests they should only interact at home, Saki is touched by the offer. She decides that they can have secret interactions where others can't see them. The three of them decide to have lunch together in the gym storeroom because it's private and they can enter through an open window. Saki starts realizing that she's not contributing much to the relationship compared to Nagisa and Naoya. She worries that Naoya might start liking Nagisa more than her. Feeling determined to do something for Naoya, Saki tries cooking lunch for them, but she ends up burning the curry. She then gets desperate and sneaks into Naoya's room, hoping for something more intimate, but he turns her down. Saki gets upset and thinks it's because Naoya prefers Nagisa's larger breasts. Feeling hurt, she goes back to her parents' house next door. Meanwhile, Nagisa feels guilty for enjoying alone time with Naoya. Naoya tries to apologize to Saki in different ways, but she keeps rejecting him. He's so worried that he can't sleep for 3 days straight. Feeling bad about the whole situation, Nagisa decides to help. She tricks Naoya into accidentally touching her breast where Saki can see, which makes Saki really jealous and rush back to confront Naoya. Nagisa insists that Saki talk to Naoya about her feelings. So Saki finally admits that she feels kinda inferior to Nagisa. She's annoyed that Naoya does so much for them without asking for anything in return. Surprisingly, Nagisa agrees and thinks Naoya is doing too much for them. Naoya realizes that by taking all the responsibility, he was actually being selfish. With Saki back home, Naoya is totally exhausted and passes out from not sleeping for 3 days straight. While Saki and Nagisa talk, they figure out they both like gaming. Nagisa is not so great at it, and Saki feels better knowing there's something she's better at. So they become friends over their shared interest. One day, Naoya is watching someone streaming games online and he sees a school uniform in the thumbnail. He realizes that the girl, Milika, actually goes to their school. Pretty cool coincidence, right? During lunch in the gym storage, Saki forgets to lock the window and another girl named Rika Hashizaki climbs in. Naoya starts panicking and accidentally spills the beans about their whole situation. Rika thinks it's hilarious and starts teasing them, but that Nagisa recognizes her as Milika and Rika freaks out too. So now everyone has secrets they don't want others to know. They all agree to keep quiet about everything. And guess what? Rika decides she wants to join their group and become Naoya's third girlfriend. Things are getting even more interesting. Saki and Nagisa figure out that Rika just wants a boyfriend to keep her fans from stalking her. Naoya, being a good guy, refuses to date her because her reasons are shallow and selfish. But Rika isn't used to getting rejected, so she tries to entice him anyway. Then Saki accidentally spills the beans and reveals that they all live together. Rika sees an opportunity and offers to pay rent and bills if Naoya dates her. But even with that tempting offer, Naoya still turns her down and she runs away. The next day, they find Rika in their backyard, living in a tent. She's even shooting those racy exercise videos as Milika to earn some cash and survive outside. She's determined to stay there indefinitely. To distract Naoya from the Rika situation, Saki and Nagisa try to seduce him in the bath while wearing bikinis. But they're all too nervous and Naoya can't stop worrying about Rika. In the end, Naoya makes them feel better by promising to spend more time with Saki and Nagisa and less time stressing over Rika. Naoya is determined to find a way to get rid of Rika because he's worried he might not be strong enough to resist her forever. So if the girls come up with a plan to help out, they decide to donate Rika's stuff to charity, hoping that will make her leave. But Rika tries to stop them by accusing Naoya of being a groper. Everyone around stares, but Naoya stands firm and refuses to let her go. He even offers to replace all her stuff if she agrees to leave. Rika can't understand why Naoya, who admits to dating 2 girls, won't date her. Naoya explains that he's committed to making Saki and Nagisa happy. Surprisingly, this confession makes Rika develop a real crush on Naoya. Suddenly, her dad shows up and learns about everything Rika has been doing, including her risque Milika videos. He wants to shut down her account, but Naoya steps in and defends Rika's work. He knows how much effort she put into developing her Milika persona. Seeing Naoya sticking up for her, Rika's crush turns into actual love. She agrees to go home and think things over, but only if her dad lets her keep her Milika account. However, this leaves Saki and Nagisa feeling down and worried. They fear that now Rika loves Naoya for real, she might cause even more trouble for them in the future. Saki's mom is worried that she and Naoya aren't getting intimate, but Naoya is a bit awkward and really wants to be fair to both Saki and Nagisa, so he's not rushing into anything. Saki decides to try and spice things up by dressing as a bunny girl to seduce him, but Naoya sticks to their no-sex rule, and when he accidentally touches her breasts, Saki freaks out and punches him, but secretly feels happy that he's attracted to her. Later, Nagisa finds the bunny costume in the laundry and gets suspicious. She confronts Naoya, who insists that nothing happened. But Nagisa thinks he has a costume fetish and decides to dress as a sexy maid to see if that will get him going. Naoya is definitely aroused, but he's still firm about the no-sex rule. One night, Nagisa accidentally calls Naoya master in front of Saki, but Saki brushes it off as a misunderstanding. At school, Rika tries to talk to Naoya, thinking he's upset about her rejection. Naoya, in his clumsy way, offers to let her humiliate him online as an apology. But Rika doesn't want to humiliate him, she actually wants to confess her love. Instead, she thanks him for saving her Milika account. Later, Rika admits to herself that she's in love with Naoya, but Saki overhears her confession. Oh, things are getting spicy. Rika starts chatting with Naoya during class and Saki gets all jealous and wants him to stay by her side. But Naoya thinks Saki is just feeling lonely, poor guy. Later, they have to change for PE in the same room to avoid Rika. Nagisa tricks Rika to the roof with a photo to prove that Milika is actually a student at their school, and that lets Saki and Naoya escape. Afterward, Nagisa admits she's a bit jealous that Saki and Naoya got to be together all day. Saki offers to leave them alone to cuddle, but Naoya insists she stays to watch. Saki gets surprised that watching them cuddle actually excites her, and she wonders if she has a thing for NTR. That's when someone steals your lover, so she punishes Naoya playfully. Meanwhile, Rika keeps talking to Naoya, and he starts thinking she might have a crush on him. But the girls, happy that Naoya is clueless, tell him that Rika is probably just in heat and looking for any guy. Naoya mistakenly thinks this happens to all girls and offers himself to Saki and Nagisa in case they have the same problem. Silly Naoya. Naoya apologizes to Rika for thinking she had a crush on him, which embarrasses her in class, so she drags him away for a private talk. Things are definitely getting interesting. Naoya explains why he thought Rika liked him, but it turns out she was just feeling a bit in heat. Rika gets super mad at him for believing that lame excuse and lies about having a cold. Naoya clears things up, saying even if Rika did like him, he'd still turn her down because he doesn't want to upset Saki or Nagisa. But Rika is stubborn and goes all out in front of the whole class, telling Naoya she likes him. Then she drags him to the gym storeroom to spill her plan. She's gonna keep flirting with him until he falls for her. But when Naoya keeps saying no, she loses it and kisses him before running away. Whoa, things are getting spicy. But here's the thing, another girl from the class overhears the whole thing from outside the storeroom. Drama alert. Saki and Nagisa are pretty down because Rika kissed Naoya first, but Saki's not having it. She decides that kiss wasn't real since it was just a surprise and lacked any emotion. So when she kisses Naoya, that'll be the real first kiss, she claims. Naoya is super confused by everything that's happening, so he apologizes and suggests they all start fresh with a proper date. They've been so busy that they haven't had a chance to go on one yet. And guess what? Saki demands a hot spring date. That should be interesting. So there's this other girl named Shino who wants to talk to Naoya, but Saki won't let her. While Naoya, Saki, and Nagisa are out shopping for their hot spring date, they notice Rika is following them around. Nagisa considers kissing Naoya, but when she sees how stressed Saki is after Rika's kiss, she decides to support her friend instead. Rika finds out about their date plan and Shino is on a mission to find out if Naoya is two-timing Saki. The trio heads to Hakone for the trip, and Naoya suggests they do all the stuff they can't do back home. He even holds both Saki and Magis's hands at the same time. Wow, Naoya is the Riz Lord. Saki starts thinking they might have sex during the trip, which makes her nervous. But when they get to their hotel, guess who's already there? Rika. And surprise, guess who else shows up? Shino, the snooper. She claims Naoya is two-timing Saki with Nagisa. But wait, Nagisa comes up with a plan and blackmails Rika with some Milika photo. Rika ends up pretending she's here with Nagisa, not Naoya. Now Naoya learns about Nagisa's sneaky plan and he's not okay with leaving her out of the date, so he sneaks onto the roof to talk to her and Saki, but Nagisa refuses to join them. And well, now Naoya and Rika are left alone together, and she's got some seductive plans in mind. Drama, drama, drama. So after that surprising kiss with Naoya, Rika is shocked that he didn't become obsessed with her. But hey, she decides to have a regular conversation instead. But oh no, things get awkward real quick when Rika's towel slips off. Naoya freaks out and accidentally falls into the women's hot spring, where he meets Shino, who is bathing there. Talk about a total mess. Shino is not pleased with Naoya and wants answers. She thinks he might be cheating on her friend Saki. Naoya tries to escape, but Shino grabs him and they both end up falling and well, her towel comes loose too. Just then, Saki and Nagisa walk in and see the whole situation. Saki is not happy about it and Nagisa figures out what probably happened. So she snaps a photo to use as leverage against Shino. Smart move, Nagisa. Shino gets scared and runs away and Saki punishes Naoya for the whole mess. Ouch. Nagisa tries to give them some space, but Naoya insists she stays. Unfortunately, they get caught by other hotel guests and Naoya gets punished yet again. Poor guy can't catch a break. Later, Saki talks to Nagisa and tells her she doesn't have to sacrifice herself so much. But Nagisa explains that she's used to working extra hard just to be considered average, so she's really happy that Naoya accepted her and is content with her current relationship. Phew, what a roller coaster of emotions. So Nagisa spills the beans and confesses that she fell head over heels for Naoya the first time she saw him. She's been working hard to become his perfect woman. But oh no, Naoya overhears everything and tells her to stop holding back and just be herself. Nagisa gets super embarrassed and runs away. Then things get crazy when Shino bumps into Rika, and they all start chasing after Nagisa, Naoya, and Saki. Nagisa insists on being the second girlfriend to Saki because she thinks it's crucial for their relationship to work. Saki, Rika, and Shino get tired and fall back, but Nagisa and Naoya keep going. Naoya eventually catches Nagisa and promises to fix any problems that come up. When they all reunite, Nagisa confesses to Shino that she's also dating Naoya. Surprisingly, Saki is cool with it and playfully declares that they're now rivals for the position of senior girlfriend. They all have a laugh and finally start enjoying their vacation. Later, Shino lectures Naoya and Saki for the whole two-timing thing, but Naoya shocks them all by saying he plans to tell Saki's mother about their relationship. Saki is furious and tells him not to do it. Shino is determined to split them up for Saki's sake and gets even more upset when she learns that Rika also loves Naoya. She accuses him of being a three-timer. Phew, drama overload. Want to enjoy more amazing anime recaps like this one? Check out this next video.